security breach has been detected. A full laboratory lockdown is now in effect. Repeat, this is a full laboratory lockdown. Stay calm. Attention subjects.
Commander.
This unit's current work task takes priority over conversation. Farewell.
Kind of. Hastening to cover. The Protectorate endures.
I'm alive. Who needs to die?
At your word, I shall charge! have my thanks and my hammer.
By my neck, that had any the hostiles about.
Commander's almost dead.
The assaulted others.
Look sharp. It's a fight.
Ready to dispense judgment!
anything make you question the Protectorate's infallibility at all? I mean, their partners in crime in the Order broke away and a corporation invaded their precious utopia.
Quite the contrary. The outsiders desire what we have. The Order is too cowardly to admit they want what the Protectorate has. The Order's jealousy weakened us from within, allowing the opening for Auntie's choice to invade. We were not imperfect. It is everyone else who was.
You just keep telling yourself that.
Central Control is open to no visitors. Turn around. Best turn around. Central Control isn't... Wait. Orbit around? What are you doing here? I've heard a great deal regarding your exploits within the Protectorate. And it is all that prevents me from summoning the Guard. I've strict orders to arrest you on sight.
I've no desire to slay you, but if you seek to prevent me from pursuing my duties, I will have no other choice.
Arbiter Rao did not report to the Consul's summons. Consequently, he is wanted for questioning. It is only our difference in rank that stays my hand from attempting arrest. You? We'll overwhelm you yet! Alarm! Intruder at Central Control!
Protectorate endures.
Prudence dictates. We appreciate our perfect life of contentment and plenty.
Stay their ambitions.
Our adversaries always flee in cowardice.
Life. Who needs to die?
I repudiate all vapid commercialists.
Unfriendly company. They're mine.
Helplessly.
The duty of every protectorate subject.
Malefactor ahead.
There. The hammer is quicker than the gun. Smells like paint and agitated dust.
Can't be too far, I bet.
Gander. Invasion!
We are duty bound to stop
Enemy spotted.
their intentions.
Trying to give chase.
Back to it.
I feel driver. Come on out. I give you my word. We can resolve this like decent people. Employing a thorough, methodical search pattern. Forever vigilant. Back to it.
By my next victim, I need a hostile.
What the?
Exit the rag!
Seems the
Hey, now,
console...
invasive elements! Taking cover! Don't let that thing...
The old quarters are... They have all been removed. I hardly recognize this place.
What's happening to Tristan? He's acting like a human being.
I'm fine. Some errant dust merely found its way into my eye.
Dagmar didn't betray us to the Sentinels. She is a Sentinel, with a fucking office here in Central Control. It's enough to make one take leave of their sanity.
There? If you wish to feel better, try thinking of wanton murder.
I'm just going to pretend I didn't hear that. Fortunately, there's an easy solution to Dagmar's betrayal. One which involves removing her head from her body. Or maybe we should start with the disemboweling? So many choices.
I suppose congratulations are in order for having dispatched so many Sentinels. Can't rightly say I'm surprised, what with your knack for wanton violence. But still, impressive. And let's not forget that I was the one who gave Azahelia Leitinger a purpose and fulfillment. Look at how much fun you've had. Let's not be hasty. I mean, can it even be a betrayal if it was always lies? I had no choice. Aza, you were the perfect candidate when the Consul tasked me to start the Dawn.
What are you talking about? There were cultists before me.
No, there were not. The fiction of a cult was born out of the need to convince the Sovereign to return to the true spirit of the Protectorate. The Consul feared he was too weak.
You... How dare you? You shall pay dearly for daring to speak thus, and the Consul shall pay triple.
I see that Aza isn't the only willfully ignorant person here. Society needs to be controlled for the greater good, by any means necessary. Or would you prefer a more corporate way of life? If you have issue with the nature of humankind, perhaps you should take it up with the Grand Architect.
Dagmar, all this can't be right. How can you spout such lies? Our cause is righteous. It has to be.
As much as I'd prefer to not anger you, I must say your willful ignorance is still a thing to behold. You are always so willing to accept even the most specious of arguments. I can only hope your luck has run its course, and the remaining Sentinels are able to put you down. Your death would put me back in the Consul's good graces. Goodbye, Aza.
No, that's too quick. What about... No, not painful enough. Yes, that's it. I just need to find a piece of heat-conducting metal and something to peel the skin effectively. What, you suddenly take issue with my methods? I can think of no reason to curtail the pleasure of my revenge. Dagmar must die. Violently. Her betrayal warrants no other response.
imbeciles! How did you let Asa get this far? Stop her! She means to assassinate me!
That elevator over there goes to the Supreme Arbiter's old office. I hope the technicians have kept it in working order. I believe what we need is on that terminal. I'll see if I can find my way in. The terminal's locked, which is no surprise. See if you can find some method to bypass its passcode. Did you hear that? I think something may have unlocked. I think this may unlock the terminal, but the toggle mechanism appears compromised. I shall hold it. You attempt to gain access to the machine.
Consul Thoreau, I'm sure you're surprised to be receiving this message, and thus I can assume you already know my intent. Even considering aligning myself against the Sovereign is like sticking my hand in boiling oil. Yet my dead charges spur me forward. 10 scores of Arcadia's finest, at least 10 scores, died in defense of Golden Ridge. And does the region lie in our control? No. We fled like sprats, all at Varric's behest. I shall lower myself to work with you, Consul. I will help you uphold your plan to... Hold... What in blazes? How long have you been standing there? What did you hear?
I cannot believe what I heard. I cannot. Actually, it wasn't. Perhaps at first, until I discerned her true intentions. My mentor hated the Consul and was deeply devoted to the Sovereign. She'd never speak thus, unless she was trying to lure the Consul into a trap.
That seems like a lot of work to go through just to flatten someone's head with one of those giant hammers.
What I'm proposing is eminently plausible. It may be beyond you to see her machinations, but it's obvious to me that this was merely an intricate play. It's all that makes sense. It's not obvious to me. You didn't know her. Wait, do you hear that? I think this may unlock the terminal.
Arbiter Rao, I finally got you. Submit quietly to the Protectorate's justice for your manifold transgressions.
Are you insane? Who are you? And on whose authority do you claim to judge me?
My name is Junior Arbiter Mayhall, and I operate on Arbiter Mandate, as you did once. Now, no questions. This is already going to be difficult enough.
It's logical. The Sentinels have all but taken over central control. It stands to reason the few Arbiters still trained here would only be Sentinels in armored regalia.
I cannot deny that central control has changed, but... what am I saying? I need not defend myself from the likes of you.
Enough! This has been an unpleasant day, and my patience is gone. Your accusations are baseless, and accosting a higher-ranked Arbiter is grounds for arbitration.
They're far from baseless. You stand accused of abandoning your post, of infiltrating Protectorate facilities with opaque aims, and of hampering the Protectorate war effort. There's no discussion to be had with criminals. I needed to see firsthand that Arbiter Rao had abandoned his station. He has, and must meet my judgment.
These accusations of yours are slander. If you believe false bravado shall save you from my wrath, you're sorely mistaken. At Oculus, and again at the Vox, you showed me that the law may be interpreted. Clemency can be granted where before it would be unthinkable. Here my sense of duty clamors to be answered. But as much as it surprises me to admit it, I think you're correct. To this recruit, I've diverged from the path of righteousness. Slaying her for sincerely trying to do what is right would be a farce of justice. I would not. But I know the reality of swaying an Arbiter from their chosen path. It's likely this situation may devolve into violence regardless.
What is this insanity? I would never imagine an Arbiter balking from their chosen course. I had hoped Arbiter Rao would come to his senses, but obviously to no avail. I may not wish to judge him. I may not understand what has come over him. It is of no consequence. His crimes against the Protectorate are all that matters.
He was simply doing his duty, just as you or I must every day. Killing him would have been wrong, even though attempting to arrest me was a criminal act.
That's even worse than I thought. You chose not to do your duty, and expect telling me so would soften my decision to judge you?
The Supreme Arbiter taught me to follow my own sense of justice. And I have. Use your mind. Think about what I did. What you intend to do. Is this moral? Is this right?
What of it? Someone has to stop him.
Ironic. You came here to judge me for much the same reason I have, as you so claim, deserted. I chose to investigate the Supreme Arbiter's death on my own. You chose to investigate my departure on your own. You seek to judge me for the very crime you are guilty of.
That's impossible. I refuse to believe we both could be guilty if we were simply following what we were taught.
We don't know that for certain, but to an onlooker without our knowledge, it could seem that way. And such presumed traitorousness would be very confusing.
Even the Supreme Arbiter has struggled with this? That doesn't seem possible. But I suppose there's no way to ask her now. I shall trust your words. Consider my hand stayed. I can see that judging Tristan would only rob the Protectorate of another of its servants. It seems I must reflect on this matter.
It would appear we're in agreement. Neither of us shall raise a hand against the other. I'm pleased.
Ever known an Arbiter to lose their taste for blood? That's disappointing.
So, what course of action do we take now?
It's important for an Arbiter to use their forebrain. Next time you encounter something as strange as a loyal Arbiter diverging from the path of righteousness, investigate. You may find more questions than answers. But deciphering them and interpreting justice as best we can is how we might serve Arcadia.
Uphold justice in my way. I'll attempt to remember that, Arbiter Rao. Thank you.
Glory to the Protectorate, Junior Arbiter. Make me proud. I'm pleased we were able to resolve that altercation peaceably. Robbing Arcadia of an enthusiastic recruit would have given me little joy.
You say that, but I've seen the way you smile when you kill... Oh, sorry, dispense justice. I'd say she got lucky. Or you're turning soft.
You know, I'd even venture to say she reminded me just a little of myself as a lad. All this excitement did not make me forget the confession on the Supreme Arbiter's terminal. I have to bring it to Virgil. Together, we can discover exactly what transpired. Have you lived all your life within the Protectorate? No. What do you know about what makes an Arbiter? I refuse to question the Supreme Arbiter, just as I refuse to cast every belief I hold dear into the mud. Push me no more. Virgil will know what to make of this. Together we'll figure out what to do. I'll message him when we return to the ship. Hopefully he shall respond. Quickly.
You're still alive! Now, let's not be too hasty here. You seem a rational person. There must be something we can do to resolve this peacefully. Please don't let Azza get her hands on me.
Why are you talking to them, Dagmar? I'm the one you must answer to. Well, I'm waiting to hear your ineffectual arguments as to why you should be spared. And then I'll kill you. You can start by telling me why. Why'd you do it, and why me?
Why? I'm a loyal subject to the true Protectorate. What other reason is there? When the Consul tasked me to help save the colony, I did not even think to ask why. And you were an obvious choice. So lost, so dead inside. But then you went berserk. I never could have imagined how you'd take to the killing and mayhem. You brought me great praise from the Consul. Until you started asking questions and killing the wrong people.
Enough of this blathering on. It's well past time for Dagmar and her life to part ways. She's dead. As am I. Our enthusiasm got the better of us. She should have suffered more. It was too quick a death for one who betrayed not only me, but the whole of the Dawn. Now that Dagmar is dead, I'll be leading the Dawn into the glorious future. True. There may be those that do not accept my leadership, but they will die. The Dawn is too important to disband. What little risk any of them may pose doesn't concern me. I can send out a general message from here, informing the cells that the previous Exalted Leader has betrayed us and has been dealt with, and that I am now in charge. I suspect some will simply jump into the closest rift. And to be perfectly candid, I'm hoping there are more than a few that refuse to acknowledge their new leader. Enough to keep my knife skills up, at least. It's done. Let's leave this place. It sickens me.
Don't worry, don't question, don't...
Blood shall be shed, hands shall be soiled.
No battlefield decorum.
position to fall. Boy, damn these monsters! And these colors won't even fight us face to face. We need to withdraw. I mean, strategic. I'll take you, your monsters, and wherever else you can throw it.
Trying to punish.
Love a good killing spree. Those kills wins.
I've seen much of Arcadia within the past few years, but I would prefer the thrumming skies of Praetor any day.
Praetor? Are you addled? Nothing but lightning and rocks out there. But that does remind me of your personality.
Should have expected such a response from the likes of you. How could you understand the quiet grace of its many protectorate edifices? The bioluminescent seas.
The perpetual darkness? The thrill of electrocution? Nah, I think not. I need sunlight and warmth.
Protectorate personnel, only beyond this point. Leave immediately. If you are not of the Protectorate, you are this unit's enemy. Preparing to unleash disproportionate amount of ammunition on unresponsive bystander. Visual.
This place should be locked down and buttoned up tighter than Tristan's attitude. So, where is everyone?
Attention, IRC staff. Please head inside for an important announcement from the...
Mandatory? Oof, that's not good. Those are always bad news.
Due to an anomalous event, the interstitial hall and exhibition tower is off limits for the foreseeable future to any and all non-essential personnel. All requests to view the prototype Rift anomaly modulator are hereby suspended for the time being. All further queries and study petitions to the lead researcher's office.
Subjects, listen well. Days ago, our beloved sovereign, in his infinite wisdom, submitted himself to mental refreshment to strengthen his resolve for the good of all. At his command, I, Emery Thoreau, now accept the responsibility of shepherding you through these dark times until our sovereign's blessed return. I shall not take this duty lightly, for I address you today not as the consul, nor even as your new leader, which I am, but as a simple man who wants nothing more than to defend his home and his neighbors. But I cannot do it alone.
All subjects prosper under the guidance of...
I smell regicide. The sovereign's...
Not a time for that. It is a time to celebrate the bravery of our once and future sovereign. So drive
those tears as I call upon you to stand tall with renewed zeal. Together, we will finish our great
That
sovereign
scum.
work.
That miserable scum! To think he would stoop so low as to overthrow the Sovereign! I shall not rest until the Consul pays for his treachery, and Arcadia's rightful ruler is reinstated. I'm pleased to hear you hunger for justice. We shall certainly have no shortage of circumstances to slake your hunger. I fear how my fellow subjects will respond to this news. I believe that most will remain loyal to the Sovereign, but I will need to deal with those who strayed. I shall attend to that matter once it presents itself. I sincerely doubt this is the end of my thoughts related to the matter, but we've wasted enough time with my ruminating. Let us be off.
Ready to speak the truth.
No, you're out there.
There must be something here. Arbiter, I know I do not have leave to access these security files, but I can assure you, my intentions are in service to the Protectorate.
At ease, subject. I've no business with you.
Then, does your arrival have something to do with the commotion I heard just now? Are we under attack by the enemy?
There is no cause for concern. For you. But for your head of security, there most certainly is. This facility's defenses are a farce to the point of perfidy.
Albin Valancourt is the sentinel charged with supervising this facility and all its researchers. Unfortunately, he's a punitive man who delights in the wretchedness of others. I recommend he be replaced, until such time as his behavior has received proper scrutiny and subsequent correction.
I'd be happy to permanently correct his behavior.
Do I know you? Your voice sounds strikingly familiar.
I don't think... I mean, definitely not. You must be mistaken.
I remind you that I am in no way beholden to your recommendations, subject. Whether or not your compatriot receives correction is up to my discretion alone.
Oh, of course. Should you require further data points for your assessment, however, I would most dutifully provide them, including my version of the recent incident. Unless your lamps have oxidized, you must have noticed my arm. I lost it saving the Sovereign from a rift experiment gone wrong. An experiment I was in charge of, naturally. Valancourt supplied my name for the reports, incriminating me in the eyes of my colleagues. And since he's closed off that wing of the lab, I can't prove my innocence.
You are in the company of an arbiter, so perhaps you can be trusted. Whatever the cause of the incident, it is my duty as a law-abiding Protectorate subject to gather proof and uncover its cause. Really, Valancourt is forcing my hand here. Help you with acquisition? Assuredly not. If, however, in your exploration of the lab, you happen upon the modulator, I surely would not be able to prevent you from seizing it. What I am offering is help afterward. Once you take the prototype, it will set off an immediate lockdown. I can facilitate your exit from the facility, but only if you help me in turn. That modulator will be necessary to unfold the rift and find the evidence I need. And if Valancourt suffers repercussions for its loss, I will count that as an added benefit. The prototype rift modulator is currently in Interstitial Hall at the top of Exhibition Tower. There's a lift in the next room over that can take you directly there. Once you have the prototype, make your way to Valancourt's quarters. He should have a spare key card that will grant us access to the restricted wing. I'll monitor your progress from here. Be cautious. The guards of this facility will attack anyone unfamiliar to them. But once you have the key card and rift device, reconvene here, and we'll go together to the wing. That is what we've agreed upon, is it not? Valancourt keeps all of the items he confiscates from the staff in a locked closet in his quarters. There may be something pertaining to the investigation within.
Oh, our selfless sovereign. Matriarch's mercy.
Matriarch's pride. We can't be expected to sleep in
Some-
this condition.
The toe's missing his... subject to ensure they are operating.
Sharp enough. Hostiles nearby.
Let us reconvene.
Anomaly modulator. Oh, they still my heart. To interact with the rifts will be to touch perfection.
unsubtle thief. Yes, you with the rift modulator. I've made the intercom available to you. It's not every day that someone is fool enough to break into the Interstitial Reconfiguration Center, aided and abetted by one of our very own arbiters, no less. I'd be obliged if you would regale me with the tale of how you managed to get this far. A crude assessment and utterly untrue. I am perfectly accommodating to non-incompetence. I suspect you did not reach here unaided. So who was it? Which one of my undutiful brain boxes helped sponsor this little pilferage? Act glib if you like. All you've done is illustrate the need for more invasive auditing of my personnel. I'll be sure to inform them of your role in that unpleasantness. Well, there will be time to scrutinize every angle of this breach at a later date, once I have dealt with you. Does such bravado normally advance your agenda? So be it. We can forgo civilities. I will await you in the hangar. There, bullets may fly more freely than words.
Villains abound.
Recharged and ready to maim!
never seem to special. You know what Prudence always says. Frolic, prance, and shimmy to your heart's consumed.
Miranda would have been 17 today. I can scarce imagine her. My little son. Nearly a woman grown. Will she recognize her father, I wonder? After all he has done to bring her back, will she gaze upon him with pride? Happiest of returns, Miranda. I trust this year to be the last one we share apart.
The Sovereign's own quarters. I am in awe. Any detritus you may see is most assuredly part of his great plans.
Don't be reluctant to unfold any rifts you come across using the modulator. They may eject something useful to you.
Do you suppose there's been another...
Seeking cover.
Having that device nabbed on his watch nigh guarantees Valancourt a long stay and mental refreshment, if he is not subjected to swift and fitting arbitration first.
Should he ever amass the courage to confront me in the flesh, I shall deal with him as I see fit.
Of course. An arbiter's judgment is always sound. It's sure to be in Valancourt's quarters. While you're there, remember to check his confiscation closet. For anything, I've already shared more with you than I ought have. But go ahead. In public, Henry has adopted the affectations of his father. In private, he is much more personable, though meddlesome too. Always wanting to be involved in the experiments. He becomes most animated when we discuss how matter might be reconstituted from the rifts. What was lost somehow returned. You could say he has a vested interest. His motivations are personal. All I am willing to say is that he is a man who loved his family very much and would move planets to see them again.
guards! Treated an intruder with extreme friendliness.
Sensibly, I must reload.
Your judgment has bounced!
They covered us.
Not me that easy.
Chase.
Enough of this wandering to and from.
You have an update, I hope. I knew it! I am absolved. And yet, I cannot possibly imagine what would have possessed him to deliberately endanger the Sovereign's life. It's unconscionable. I would have liked to have been there when you gave that villain his reward. But nevertheless, my name is cleared and you deserve a reward for your efforts. I'm not sure murdering the head of security at a highly valued research facility makes the argument you think it does, but noted. Have no fear. No evidence of our little collaboration will survive. I'll see to it.
Now that you have the Rift modulator, any previously inaccessible rifts could be worth revisiting. Rifts may contain useful equipment and resources. However, due to the chaotic nature of reconstitution, some creative problem solving may be required in reaching them.
Judgment!
That cover spot looks much better. Creep. Edging.
Got a light one.
Commander, you attacked my fellows. Were you defending yourself? I could perhaps understand, but you assailed the innocent. Explain yourself. An apology cannot breathe life back into the dead. Know this. Should any unbidden...
It's strange how I ended up here, leading the cult. If I hadn't started traveling with you, I may have spent my days hunting down the members I thought traitors and never realized it was Dagmar until too late. You may not have noticed, but I have a tendency to be a little impulsive, reckless, even. The cult needs me. They need my certainty. It was my deep faith that brought me through this trial, and it is my faith that will restore them. And I'm not discounting your part in all this. Like I said, without you, I'd be dead. The cult in ruins.